Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this monochrome look, and we are going to be using the Smashbox Always On cream shadows. I have 4 of the shades, and the one that I will be using today is Sienna, and I did use a little bit of amber. So if you guys want to see how I got this look and what my thoughts are, then let's go. So I started to get ready and I'm like, why not just film it? So I took my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer in the shade 34. My favorite tone in this, or shade, is 41, which is Apricot. And I actually ordered a number 41. Makeup Forever is having a sale and it is one of my favorite concealers. So I ordered a 41 to get me through the next sale. And I like 34, it's nice, but as you guys can see, it's a little bit more of a yellow undertone, and y'all know I prefer my peach. I'm going to take my NARS Soft Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade Valencia, and as you guys can see, I'm using it. It's my favorite foundation right now. I've been thinking about like the foundations and the products that have really stood out to me this year, because obviously I am going to be filming my yearly favorites, and foundation wise I can think of 3 that really just stood out to me. This is definitely one of them. I wonder if you guys can guess what the other ones are. I actually have to go to Target to pick up an order. I take a little bit more of this concealer because, man, I am just having such a hard time like fully recovering. Like I feel 1,000 times better, but I still feel like really tired, and I have this horrible cough, and it really seems to be agitated at night. So I just feel like I'm not resting as well as I could be. And yesterday I went to work. I actually had to go into the building, and I was just so excited to be out of the house, and it was so nice to be out. And you know, I came home and I was just so exhausted and I knocked out. I took a little nap, but it felt nice to be out. All right guys, I'm gonna let this set a little bit and then we will blend it out. This is why I prefer a peachy shade, because I can still see the darkness and I don't want to see it today. Like today is all about masking it. So I'm gonna let this set for a little bit and then I will come back and blend it out, but I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera. All right guys, we are back. I'm gonna take this Hourglass palette and I'm going to use this top shade up here just to set my concealer. I'll probably use it all over my face. Let's just use it. You know, I really like this palette. The only thing that bothers me is how small the actual pans are. Where was I? I think I was on Google. You know how you can search like events and news and stuff like that? I was on there and I saw that people are boycotting Hourglass because they have not worked on their shade extension and they're not really an inclusive brand, and I can definitely agree with that. They are, as I'm featuring them, right, they're not a brand that really caters to like darker complexions. Like this palette would probably work with you know, someone that is maybe dark. I'm using the bronzer, by the way, but it definitely not a deep skin tone. The bronzer really isn't dark enough for someone that is of a darker complexion, and then the blush I can see building up and making it work. But really, like these little palettes, they should have at least 3 to 4 shade options. This one I would say is probably, and the reason why, honestly, the reason why I've never bought one of these little palettes is because I always look at it and I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it would be deep enough for my skin tone, and I'm medium tan. I'm not even like a dark skin tone. And so that's very discouraging. And this one This was the first launch that I ever purchased because I felt like the bronzer was deep enough for me and the blush would work. The larger palette, as you guys saw, I did purchase that, and I felt like when I used the blush that there was too much of the ambient lighting powder and it looked a little silvery on my skin tone versus like looking coral. So that would be my only, so I can definitely agree that they need to work on their shades. I'm going to go in with the blush using the same brush, and I'm just going to apply it and then blend it back. So I've been using these little plastic headbands. These guys here, I got these at Target, and let me tell you, I love them. I love them so much. I have just been like combing my hair and then putting this on, and I love wearing my hair down, but I don't like having it in my face. And I like that I can still get like my hair down without it being right in the front of my face. And I like it. I really like it. So today I'm going to use one of these Smashbox, what are these called? Creamy shadows. I have tried playing with these already, and let me tell you, a little bit goes a long way. The shade I'm going to be using today is Amber, which is just like a really beautiful caramel brown, and I'm going to apply it with a MAC 217, and I'm just going to go into the product, obviously, right? I think I don't have enough this time around. Yeah, I need a little more. The first time I played with them, I took quite a bit, and I had some left over, and it's harder to use when you have too much on. This is probably just going to be my all over shade. They are a very like moussey consistency, and it's a pretty thin formula. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be my all over shadow, which is fine. I got 4 of them. I got 2. Well, this one I thought was going to be a little bit deeper on my skin. The other one is closer to like my skin tone, and then I got 2 deeper ones, so we're gonna have to go in with the deeper ones, which will be nice because then we can see how they layer. Anyway, going back to my my headbands, I've been really enjoying just how easy it is to look put together. Like even taking this now and just like pulling my, you know, just whatever was loose out, it already looks like I had my hair styled, which I didn't. I just had it up in like, you know, a little messy bun. I'm going to take Sienna, which is a red brown. This is the one that I played with where I'm like, ooh, too much. And I'm just going to take a little bit because I don't want it to get out of control. I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm just going to take this. Should I apply it all over my... I'm just gonna take this and use it all over. It does seem to be layering nicely. Like it doesn't look thick or crackly. It looks very nice, and it is blending out beautifully. So a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a ton of this. I really wanted to get the green. They have an olive, and then they have, I'm just cleaning up the edges, and they had like this beautiful ochre. I think that's what it was called, like a yellow, and I really wanted to get that. I'm like, you know, they're just shades that I don't really wear often. Like I don't wear olive a ton, and I love it. I do. But you guys know that on a daily basis, I'm not wearing, you know, a ton of makeup. Like I'm not wearing eyeshadow and all that jazz. That's more of like a, I have time, or, you know, I'm going somewhere, like a special occasion, I guess. But as you guys can see, like it blends out beautifully. It really is a great product, and it did layer nicely on top of the other shade. I'm going to take the brush that I used to clean up my concealer, and I'm just going to use that to clean the edges so that I have a nice sharp edge. I was gonna say soft edge, but no, a nice sharp edge. And as you guys can see, it's messed with my makeup. I am going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Push-Up Mascara, and I think I'm gonna end up going in also with my NARS mascara because this one is almost dry. and so I want to add more volume, and so I think I'm gonna need to go in with my NARS one because it's fresh, it's newer. But I like how this one separates and lifts. It is a really great mascara. Alright guys, so I am back. I'm going to take a little bit more of this cream shadow, and I'm going to see if I can build up the intensity, and again, just how it blends into itself. At this point, it's had plenty of time to set, and I just want to see what it looks like. I should have taken a clean brush, but what I can tell you is that it is blending very nicely. Very nice. I'm gonna do the other eye. I think with this eye, I went in with too much, and then by the time I got to the second eye, it was a little drier, so I'm just taking a little bit more, and I'm going to blend this onto the lid. I would say if you're going to use these and you're going to use them to build, I would encourage you guys to go in with a clean brush, because that definitely does make a difference. It gets a little stiff and dry, and so I feel like it just makes it a little harder to spread the product and blend it, but it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks very nice. I'm going to take a little bit of this and just run it on the lower lash line, and I'm going to take my mascara brush and just separate my lashes, because with the brush I've moved my lashes and I've kind of bunched them up, and I don't want them to bunch, so I'm just separating them. That's why I like this brush, because it separates them nicely. It's very pretty. I really do like it. I like the color. I find that it was very easy to work with. It does set quickly, so I would recommend that you guys do one eye at a time, because you do need to kind of work quickly. Since you are going in with a thin layer versus like a big goop of product, you do also limit yourself in terms of blending, because the thinner the layer, the faster it sets. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but just something to keep in mind. For my lips, I'm going to use NARS Slow Ride, and I'm just going to keep it kind of monochrome today. Alright guys, so here is the final look. As you guys can see, it's a very monochromatic moment on this channel today, and I really love the way that it looks. This cream shadow has definitely given me pigmentation, blendability, ease of use. It's set quickly. I like to see how it wears throughout the day, because as you guys saw, I did not use any kind of primer on my lid. I really like the way that it turned out. I love just how easy it was to use. So I'll keep you guys updated in the information bar below, and I'll let you know what my final thoughts are. But so far, I have to say I've really enjoyed them, and I think that they are a nice way to just kind of quickly throw a look together and not have to think about shadows or priming or anything else. So I have to say I'm really happy with the way that this turned out, and please be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload 3 videos a week. And leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys would like to see on my channel. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.